What's going on with AI and robots? Let's talk about it. Well, hello and happy Sunday. This week, I have dose things to talk about. First, I'm going to talk about my little MP3 player that I got. Look, it's so fun. It's not from the Fruit Company. It's a rip off of that, but I got it from I think Walmart or whatever. But it's so cool because it makes it. Hold on. Really? Hey, good. Oh, hold that thought. Wait, hold on. Can you hear the clickies? Oh, clickies. Isn't that cool? Anyway, so why did I get a little MP3 player when I've got like 3 or 4 phones and other stuff? Well, I did this because I wanted to. No, because I have subscriptions to Amazon Music and to Apple Music, of course. And most of the songs that I've had were on Apple Music. So I wanted to be able to download the ones that I'd purchased and I had on my computer for a long time. And that way I could take my music with me when I wasn't carrying my iPhone and just my Android. My Android, of course, has Amazon Music on it, so I could still listen to music, but this just seemed like more fun and whatever I wanted to. Anyway, wasn't that expensive. It's like a little cheapy one, but it's just the nostalgia of it, right? And these are the Fruit Company's actual earphones. Whoops. Do you know you could still buy these? The ones with the what is it? The 3.5 millimeter jack or whatever. But yeah, it's just it's kind of like some nostalgia. It's like I go clicky and I can listen to my songs and I can. This is Milkshake for some reason. I don't know why it's on there, but anyway. Um, okay, anyway. I don't want to get copyright infringement. So anyway, so that was first thing. Real cute. You pick these up at Walmart or on Amazon or whatever, and they're just like a little throwback to nostalgia. The actual audio quality though is not bad. I mean, I guess it's more to do with the headphones than it is actually to do with the player. I don't know. I don't know about that stuff. But anyway, I would say if you wanted to get one that they're not a bad little thing. So that was my first thing. Now, what is my second thing? Well, my second thing is that this week there's been a lot of talk, or at least in my YouTube feed, my hair's all messed up, about robots, because there was a company that introduced a actual pre-orders for a robot that you can order now that is supposed to be delivered next year. It's like 20 grand though, so I don't really, as much as I have, shopping problem, I don't see myself jumping on that bandwagon as of yet. I would if I could though. But anyway, but it brought up an interesting question that I was thinking about that I thought maybe, since this isn't really a review of something, but it's more talking about something, but it's very tech related, and that is robots. I want one. But I don't think I want the one that I was talking about though. I think it's called the Neo, and I mean it's like a harmless looking robot, but it does look clunky. I do totally understand why the company though has somebody remote operate it at certain times to teach it tasks, because you have to think that even with AI and language models, they have to learn. So they have to have data so that they can learn. And with these robots, they have to have instruction on how to do a task so they know how to accomplish it. But not only accomplish that task, but understand the nuances of how to do it. Like for example, if they're picking up something, a robot can bend down and pick up something, but it has to learn like, okay, well, how much pressure do I apply when I go to pick up this item so I don't crush it? And how do I weigh how much it's gonna be so that I don't drop it, and all this kind of stuff. And all those things are things that it has to learn, because it doesn't necessarily know that to begin with. So I think I would be okay with that. I mean, I don't really have that interesting of a life, so if somebody was spying on me with a robot, then I mean, probably gonna be disappointed. But but yeah, so I think I would be down for that. I think a lot of people would not because they just see it as a huge privacy risk and they kind of don't want to do it. But yeah, I think I would want to. Yeah. Anyway, this is the robot that I'm talking about. That it's kind of been all over YouTube. And again, like if I had the cash to lay down and wasn't buried under huge amounts of student loans and debts and things like that, then I would totally do it. But I don't, so I'm not. But I want to. And so, you know, the whole question of the robot having to learn by having somebody operate it in your home becomes something that turns a lot of people off. But I think what people are forgetting is that these like when you're an early adopter of technology, you're trying it out. You're not only trying out the product, but you're trying out what that product could mean in that space down the road. So in other words, it's kind of like being a tester, except for you're buying stuff and not being paid to do it. But and you're also in this particular case, you're part of that, initial step of having somebody, having a robot in your home that can do things. Now the other thing that I saw this week is the Tesla robot, which as a Tesla owner, I understand, like, whatever. I don't care about, I'm not talking about the political side of this because I definitely have views on that. But just from a point of view of who do I think will get these into people's homes first, I think it probably will be Tesla. I think that, just the resources of that company and the money that they'll be able to put towards it, I think they'll be able to get it. And when I want one of those, yeah, probably, yeah, because it's a robot. And I just want a robot. I don't really care who makes it. I want a robot. So, but anyway, I hope everybody has a great week and stays safe and sane, and I will see you next week. Take care.